My name's Paul Springer. I'm here to talk about the Philipsburg Cemetery. My church is one of the 7 churches that is the nonprofit corporation that operates the cemetery. The earliest burials are 1854. There are different figures. The one that's on Find a Grave is 11,400 and something. We really don't know how many unmarked graves there are. We got 33 acres to take care of, to mow, trim, leaves that have to be raked. It's a full-time job just to keep the grass mowed. The idea of getting enough volunteers to cut 33 acres of property is daunting, to say the least. Part of the sale of the lot goes into what they call a perpetual care fund. Many cemeteries, including ones in this area, have been bankrupt for some time. Old cemeteries like ours, 150 years old, older, 175 years old. The people that were buried there, their families are long gone. The lots were sold for $10 a piece. In 1960, probably 75 or 80% of the cemetery came before 1960. You know, the only couple sections at the end there are more recent, and the rest of it is all very old. The problem came long ago when they ran out of space to bury people. You have this in Bellefonte, at the Union Cemetery, where they simply had no more lots. The community had grown completely around it, and there just was no place to bury anybody. So if you don't have any lot sales, and you don't have any interments, you don't have any income. Our problem came from the fact that the lots were sold long ago for little money, so that our perpetual care fund really never reached more than about $400,000. We didn't have enough money to operate, so we had to start taking money out of that trust, that $400,000+ trust. It now is at 130. We have 130,000 left, and as things stand now, we're losing $20,000 a year. Eventually, we're going to get to a place where there won't be any income there. What I'm really looking for is help with this fundraising drive. We have to figure out a way to generate a future. It's a peaceful place. It's got a beautiful view from there. A lot of people walk there, and we're going to start encouraging that, because then people will want to take care of it. They won't want it to look bad. There are 2,200 veterans buried there, give or take. Many Civil War veterans, Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II. And the most famous one was probably Henry Warfel, who was in the Civil War and received the Medal of Honor. As far as I know, is the only person in Philipsburg that received that honor. There are a lot of men who received the Medal of Honor in the Civil War. Many of them were the person who carried the color. If you were carrying the colors, you literally had a target painted on you. So if you, as a soldier, stopped and picked that flag up and you began to carry it, you were eligible to receive the Medal of Honor. I love history, so the part of the cemetery I like the best is the old part. The workmanship, the quality of the monuments that were made in the 19th century and the early 20th century, they're staggering. My design work and the things that my family produced over 93 years are part of that cemetery. And so yeah, I have a personal vested interest, but I also care about the people who have died, and I care about the past, and yeah, it's a sacred place to me. That's all I can say.